Well, hello. Yes, it's the old git here, as fed up and as angry as ever. Uh, got over Christmas all right. I hope you all did, and into the new year. And it's going to be, I'm afraid the old git is now prophesizing that this year is going to be a lot worse than the one we had last year. 2024 is gone, and 2025 is here, and what we're going to get, nothing but bad news. But I'm going to just take a little summary in this video just of what's going on so that we can start the discussion for the rest of the year. And believe me, anybody who's interested in politics and the way that things are going in the world will like my video. Let's first of all put you all in the picture, shall we? I'm 71 years old, in my 72nd year, and I've never seen such load of bull coming out of our politicians' mouths, number one. And also, the things that are going on now are absolutely ludicrous, ridiculous, and I think it's because people have had it too easy. Now, I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean that the fact that they get everything on the plate and, everything to their fingertips, and they've suffered no hardship. They don't know what hardship is, so they don't care that they create a bit. You've got the Just Stop Oil people, you've got all these woke people. We're coming on to all that in a minute to each subject. But first of all, I'd like to talk about what's going to happen on the 20th. Now, today is the 15th of January 2025, so that means it's about 5 days to when I think the saviour of the world will come into power. Yes, that's the man himself, Mr. Donald Trump. He's a bit like Marmite. If you're English, you know what I mean by Marmite. You either love him or you hate him, but you can't disagree with him because basically he speaks from his own heart and he says it the way he says it, and sometimes it gets him in trouble. And also with Donald Trump, we have the added bonus of Elon Musk. Yay, what a man, eh? Now, again, he's the type of person that some people hate, but I think people hate him out of jealousy more than anything else, because the man is the most successful and one of the richest men on the planet. He's not stupid. I know he does all his buffoonery, but I like him for that. It just shows he's got some spark in him, but he knows how to run a business. He knows how to make money. He knows about staff coming into the office. And when he bought Twitter, I think that's the best thing that ever happened, because it's now X. I'm sorry, Mr. Musk, but I'm old school, so I still call it Twitter. But we know it's you. And he walked into the offices there and he sacked loads of people and got it all streamlined. And, hey, freedom of speech, to the fact that Mr. Zuckerberg is now following suit with Facebook, which Facebook it's pretty good at, I suppose. They always ban me for putting things on that are out of copyright, which they're not really. I mean, I only play films that are about from the 30s, 40s, 50s and 60s. I mean, many, many years ago. A lot of you people were never born then, somewhere. But this is the old gits. This is for people who don't know, or I'm going to try and put you right, because I think you're all wrong. But first of all, the new British government, whenever I Donald Trump, I'm waiting for him to come in, and when he comes in, it'll be like a rocket up everybody's bottom, which I'm going to be very happy about. Okay, so let's look at, of course, the new British government. Of course, we have... Oh, that's a strange picture of him. Is he really turning Muslim? I don't know. Keir Starmer. Starmer the Harmer. Two-tier Starmer. Starmer the Granny Harmer. Starmer the Liar. This man protects one group of people over the rest. He lies. He lied before the election and he's lied after the election. His cabinet of choice, Angela Rayner, Rachel Reeves, whoever else who are insignificant to me, are all complete idiots. Have got no idea how to run a country. They couldn't even run a bath. And he's one. I'm Keir Starmer, and you do as you're told, or else I'll send my communist police around to you. Now, this is, again, I'm not joking. He allows people to go out on the streets of London and all the big cities and act in the most disruptive manner, calling for free Palestine or whatever it is they're calling for these days. Okay, defacing public monuments, having prayers on College Green, which is, in case you don't know, that's in London near the Houses of Parliament. It's gone past free Palestine. It's the Islamic radicals coming out to play, coming out and say, we are powerful. Look at us now. You do what we want. The takeover's begun. Okay, and this idiot of a man behind me, I know that's not the right picture, but never mind, is pandering to these people, and the British people. And don't get me wrong, I have to say this, there's many Muslims who are absolutely wonderful people. My favourite politician is a guy called Ben Habib, and Ben Habib I would stand shoulder to shoulder with anywhere, because the man is right. He's not far right, like anybody that disagrees with that man there, that man up there, that man up there, yeah, him is labelled far right, and he locks them up. There's people locked up because they've said the wrong thing according to their doctrine, which is absolutely absurd. There's no freedom of speech anymore, you know. He's trying his best to turn Britain, I think, into a communist country, because that's what they did in Russia many years ago. And I have heard that he has got more what I call political prisoners in prison now than they have in Russia. I mean, we don't know about all the ones who got, but the ones we know about, I think the numbers of Keir Starmer are higher than theirs now. I might be wrong, I might be quoted wrong, but it's going that way. I mean, you can't say anything that might hurt the Islamic people, but not Muslims. A lot of Muslims would agree with me. Good Muslims, like Ben Habib, like Mo Farah, great sportsman, like, who else have we got? Zia Youssef, who's the leader of the Reform Party, or the chairman, sorry, who these people have integrated into society, into Western society, got on and become very successful and still follow their religion. It's these ne'er-do-wells, these uneducated village people that are coming over who are trying to escape that regime from where they come from, but they're trying to bring it with them into the Western world, and it's wrong, very, very wrong. And it's got to be stopped. And now, through protecting these people, they've gone further and further into doing the wrong thing. For example, on my previous videos I was showing the police being attacked in Manchester Airport by two or three thugs there. I won't go into it because apparently it is going to trial. It took over 6 months or more to get these people to trial. Big protests outside Manchester Police Station, free and blah, 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 blah. I won't go into that anymore because, as I say, it's going to be, they have actually said that they're going to go to trial. But let's look on the other side of the coin and look at Mr. Peter Lynch, who is unfortunately one of Starmer's prisoners, or was. He was arrested and fast-tracked within weeks and put into prison, and consequently he died in prison. For what? For holding up a banner? For going on a protest? After there was 3 little girls murdered in Southport, he was worried for his grandkids. A man of good character, he's not got any history of violence or anything like that. And he was holding his banner, and I don't know whether he pushed or did something untoward. And where is he? He went to prison. I don't know, I think he got 2 years prison, whatever it was, I'm not sure now. That's irrelevant. The relevant thing is that the poor man died there. What was his crime? First of all, he was exercising his right to demonstrate, his freedom of right to demonstrate. Is also freedom of speech. And obviously that was curtailed because he wasn't saying what this Stasi government wanted him to say. Now, just take this minute to pause a little second and say that if somebody is actually watching this, can you send me a little hello or something on the chat, because I think it's working. And as I have said, this is new to me. I usually record videos. I thought I'd go out and put my money where my mouth is and speak to people direct and give them a chance to answer. So if you're watching this, if you can see it, just say hello, and or whatever, a little wave, a little symbol, anything you like. And if it comes up on my chat, it's working and somebody's watching. But anyway, I go back. So we have now a government in the UK that arrests people for saying the wrong thing. Freedom of speech is being curtailed by these idiot people. And the things that have happened since this government taken, the lies that they've told, which I said earlier. For example, they're taking the pensioners' winter fuel allowance off them, and many will die. According to their own figures, 4,000 will die. Do you think that's right? Is it not the fact that a pensioner has served his time, paid his dues? It doesn't matter what it costs. There's no respect for old people anymore. Or it's just greedy young people who say, oh, they're taking our money. No, they're not. The people who are taking your money are the people who are involved in sending overseas aid to countries that don't need it, that are supporting migrants that are coming into the country illegally. Migrants, they're not migrants. They are basically people who are smuggling themselves in here, mostly men of working age in their 30s. A lot of them are coming from the Islamic religion. And since then, the government have tried to cover up in the UK. Many women raped by these people. I'm not saying and groomed by these people. In fact, the grooming gangs are still in operation today. And that liar on the top there, when he was asked to have a national inquiry into the grooming gangs, who basically are mostly Pakistani men, and I call them not grooming gangs, but rapists, paedophiles and murderers. That's what they are. Don't get me wrong, not all Pakistanis, this is a certain group of men that do it. But what I will say is, I'm sure within the Pakistani community, they know who these people are. Give them up. Show them that you want to be British. Show them, who cares what they think of you? You think it's right for them to go out grooming 11-year-old white girls? Giving them drink and drugs? But furthermore, I blame the government for turning a blind eye. I blame the government with the police to keep quiet, don't say anything, don't upset them. Well, it's time now to start upsetting people. Because, as you probably all know, this particular religion is becoming the most prevalent one in Europe. They're becoming dominant. They're forcing themselves upon society and calling for Sharia law. This is not, or England's not, and most of Europe's not, an Islamic country. Even on places like TikTok, you see people, and I've done a bit of fact checking on, because I didn't believe that these things were allowed to be said. You've got people sitting there saying, yes, this is how you stone a woman, for example, or Sharia law will be in Germany or in England, and if you don't like it, you either convert or you die. You can take their people who you kill, enter their homes and kill them, and you can have their wives as slaves. This is on social media. Now, we'll go back to Mr. Peter Lynch, who basically stood there with a placard shouting, no more, we don't want this, murdering little girls, 3 8-year-old girls stabbed to death by, and it didn't come, again, another lie, because the government didn't say, oh no, it's mental health, it's this, they always stick that label on. It's not mental health, because they withheld evidence, didn't tell the British public that he'd got recipes for making ricin poison, that he'd got a jihadi handbook or this type of material in his room. Don't tell me that this boy that killed these girls is a nice little boy that was growing up in England to be a good boy. Wrong. Totally wrong. So, I could go on and on and on, but I'm not going to, because there is salvation if you want it. For example, I've been following the next man I'm going to talk about for quite a long time, and it's a guy called... Sorry about that. We'll have to start show again if this goes on. Stop that. I'm back. I do apologise. You can see it's live now, can't you? See, I get used to doing all these things online. Anyway, Nigel Farage, this guy who I've been following for a while, a true politician, true old school, and his party now, who the mainstream media tend to label as being far right. He's not far right, he's just right. As Elon Musk, as Donald Trump, they're all right, not far right. He could be the saviour of the country. He could be the man that saved him and his government, him, Richard Tice, and who's the other one? Lee Anderson. True English brick, Lee Anderson. Says it how it is and be damned. So, why do I think that? Because now people have seen through this two-party system that we have, and they're now seeing that it's just like throwing rubbish from one hand, catching it in the other, and it carries on building up, then throwing the rubbish to another hand again, and the rubbish keeps building up, and it's going on. It's got to stop. Uncontrolled immigration for a start. We've got, I don't know how many millions of people who've come to the country illegally, which I touched on earlier, staying in hotels, free food, free medical attention, free dentistry, money to go out and buy their essentials, and they're still complaining, by the way, and just draining the system. I think it's about, I don't know, so many billion a year now, and 1.7 million per week or month. I don't know. It's a lot of money. True, I can't comprehend that much. I'm old school. We didn't talk in them numbers when I was a kid. Anyway, they're draining the pool, they're draining the money, and it keeps going on. They keep coming, and they're supposed to not do. They're supposed to stop them. Stop them. Send them back. No. Send them to their own country? No. Send them back to France? No. Because this country has gone so weak. Our policies are so... They just want to be globalist and everybody likes it. We're a little island in the middle of the North Sea. Do you not realise who we are? No, we're nobody. We've made ourselves into nobody. One of the greatest powers on earth we were, but now we're not. Why is that? Because we've gone soft. All I can say to you is basically, this man, Nigel Farage, and his party are rising very fast. And I think that something will happen fairly soon, whereas the government has to call for election, something drastic has to happen, because otherwise Britain is lost. Totally lost. What can I say? As I said, I'm only doing a little summary of things that are winding me up, and then as I do more videos and come on live, I will actually go into each thing individually in more depth. So Nigel Farage is the saviour of the UK. Donald Trump is the saviour of the world, with Elon Musk as his right-hand man. Can't be bad, can it? Right. So moving on. One of the other things that really does wind me up about the way the world's going now is it's giving people the foreign aid. Now, I believe in helping people. I'm British after all, although I don't live there and would never go back there now. I'm not like Mr. Charlie Mullins, who's got a house in both places, and I'm going to live in Spain until the Labour government have gone. Although he can afford to, he's a good bloke actually. But anyway, but I do live in Spain, and I abide by the Spanish law, and I don't try and change it. I'm a guest in their country, even though I'm a permanent resident here. Why do you go to another country and try to change the country to suit your needs? If that's your goal, don't go. Stay where you are. You have what you want. But foreign aid is absolutely ridiculous. The amount of money that the new British government is giving away when we've got people living on the streets, British people, ex-servicemen, people who've served their country one way or another, living on the streets. They're not in hotels. They're not given places to stay. They're spending the winter outside in the cold. Well, these people who've come across on little boats, illegal immigrants, are sitting in hotels with the windows open because it's too hot. Well, we've got people, indigenous people, who live in England, or who came to England many years ago the correct way, living on the streets. We should really be ashamed. Every person who's watching this, if there is anybody watching it, should be ashamed. Totally ashamed that you allow it to go on. Where has the backbone gone in England? I wish somebody would tell me. Where has that we can do it spirit gone? Where is it we'll stand up for the right? No. It's gone. It's every man for himself and damn be the rest. That's how it is now. Who cares where you... How many people don't even know their neighbours now? Don't even know who they live next door to? At least I live, like I say, in Spain, and here this community is very much alive. Community spirit is alive. And if you fit into it, you have a great way of life. In England now, some of my family don't even know who their neighbours are. I've never seen them. It's absolutely ludicrous. So they'd rather, these governments, because they're globalists and want to be liked by everybody else, give the taxpayers money to farmers in another country, whilst the farmers in the UK, they're going to tax them so that they lose or have to sell their farms and can't pass them on to their sons and daughters. Sick, that is. The people who provide you with good, clean, healthy food, not imported from a country that you don't know what they're shoving in the ground. We could be absolutely self-sufficient in food in England. Well, we could if we stopped taking hundreds of thousands of other people in. They say, the birth rate's gone down. Well, listen, in the smaller population, you have less to provide for, so that means you don't have to be great on a world stage. You can be a very insular country. And also, because we're so clever and intelligent, or supposed to be, I now question this, we could do wonders. We don't need to increase the population. It's a false sense of stupidity when corporations, we want more people that will work for £10 an hour or £8 an hour. Why? Make Britain into Britain. Make Britain into how it was. Let the farmers grow the food. Stop all this net zero crap, which it is. You've got that idiot Ed Miliband going round. Everything's got to be electric. And then you've got great people as well, like Lord Bamford. Lord Bamford is one of my heroes. Why? Because he has gone for alternative fuel, which is clean, which is hydrogen. He's developed an engine which has been accepted now as a great engine. And there's already 16,000 cars in different countries, and more countries that have hydrogen cars. And China, no, we'll buy all the cheap cars from China because they're going to make cheaper and cheaper. Yeah, but how are we going to make the electric? Where are they going to get the lithium from? Are the kids in Congo still going to scrape the cobalt out of the ground with their fingers and get paid $1 a day? The impact on, if you want you use people who are into saving the planet, the impact of making an electric car is far greater than you think. It's polluting lakes and the water table in Argentina. Like I say, cobalt that has to be mined by hand by little kids in Congo, and then it has to be shipped all over the world and used and processed, and then at the end of the battery life it's got to be disposed of. It's dangerous material, it can burn, explode, it's a pollutant, and they want you all to have one of these silly little electric cars. Whereas hydrogen is totally renewable, it's easy to be made. You can say, oh no, it costs a lot. It doesn't if they use the right processes, and they have them available. And my little conspiracy about that is the fact is they want you to go electric so they can switch you on and off whenever they like. Whereas with hydrogen, it isn't like. And with an hydrogen, there's two types of hydrogen engine. You can go into the garage or into where you fill up, you put the thing, your nozzle into the car, less than 5 minutes you've got all your hydrogen on board, you go and paint, you drive away. How long does it take you to charge an electric car up? And if you can find a charger? No, false sense of security. And then, here's the rub. When its battery's getting not very good, where's the second-hand market? No. 18 to 20 grand for a new set of batteries, you may as well just scrap the car. Scrap the car, you've got this rubbish to get disposed of, blah, blah, blah. So, again, another subject that close to me up. I was saying about Lord Bamford. You know the excavators. Lord Bamford, by the way, is of JCB. You know who JCB is? Yeah, you know all the big excavators and things they make. He's got hundreds of them already running on hydrogen. And this engine he's developed, I know that he was running a 7.5 ton lorry, and I think it was a kind of sprinter sized vehicle. He's been running it around for a long time on hydrogen. No problem. No problem. You know what? The exhaust throws out water. It throws out water. That's the exhaust. And I am told, but I wouldn't do it myself, that the water's so pure you could probably drink it. But I don't believe that. But anyway, it's not a pollution. It's not pollution. The exhaust from hydrogen internal combustion engine is water. Right, getting on. So I'm not going to stay on too long today. I said, like, if you get on the chat, let's see if it's working. I'll just say hello, and hopefully it'll go. Oh yes, it does. Hello. And then if somebody could put a hello back, that'll be really good. I'll feel that I've achieved something today. Anyway, so that's aid and a few other things as well. Let's go to the next little thing that's driving me mad. And the next thing that's driving me mad is this wokeness. Wokeness. Now, as I said, I'm a man of a certain age. It makes no sense to me. You know, people, you have to have their pronouns, sorry. Him, he, she, his, well, I don't care. Your pronoun, as far as I'm concerned, is what I see with my eyes. You are what I see. If I see a man, I say, hello, sir, or hello, mister, or hello, how are you, mate? Say, woman, good afternoon, hello, with respect. If I see a trans person, out of respect, I'll call them what they want to be called, like he or she or whatever, not because it's a pronoun, just because they are living their life that way. What I won't do is say that a man can be a woman and a woman can be a man. No, sorry. Zip, definitely not. I will not say that. Okay? Wokeness in regards to what? Stupidity, like the little cartoon I put there. Oi, did I hear you call that a manhole? You can't say that now. It has to be, I suppose it has to be a person hole. It's ridiculous. It's gone to, hurty words. Hurty words. So it makes me laugh when people talk about hurty words. I'll give you a hurty word. Woke. Hurts my ears. Okay? People, I want to identify as a dog. If I had a son who came to me and said, I want to identify as a dog, I say, do you? Very good. You want to identify a dog? Okay. There's a tub of dog food. Get down on the floor and eat your dog food. Okay? I'll put you on a lead, I'll take you down the park, and you can do your poo in the park. Okay? I'll take a bag. Yeah? You can lie in your kennel on a chain outside. You want to be a dog? You can be a dog. I want to be a cat. It's ridiculous. You are a person, a human being, a man and a woman. Whatever. Again, 2 genders. Was it now? Over 100 genders? Complete rubbish. If you could see from a perspective of a person who's lived on this planet for 70 years, how ridiculous all these things look. He didn't use my correct pronoun. Oh, I need some problem. I've got mental health problems. You surely have. And they're not the ones you think you've got. And that's another thing as well. Everybody's sort of labelled, if there's something not quite right, the easiest way for a doctor to know is he's got ADHD, he's got this. In my day, ADHD was cured by a slap around the head, and that's it. Get off and do what you're supposed to do. Wokeness is, hopefully, it's going to die a death quite soon. We want to bury it. I do know that Donald Trump is going to come all out to get rid of the stupidity. Now, got to say this though. If a person's gay, they're gay. That's it. Respect them. I have many gay friends. If they're gay, you respect the fact that that's what they are. But like I say, it's in 99.9% of the people's. It's not a choice. If they don't have a choice, that's what they are, and I respect that. Okay. So, and if people want to live a different lifestyle, if they do want to dress up to be a woman or a woman to be a man, I respect that. But unlike the transgender people, the gay people they're still a man. He just prefers his lifestyle. He doesn't prefer. He just that he's a gay person, and a gay person is a gay person. That's it. No disrespect. And I think things like Stonewall, who now try to get gender-neutral toilets in schools, which is happening as well, which I think is sick. I know now of little girls who won't go to the toilet until they go home. That surely can't be good for children, because they don't want boys looking at them. And of course, boys, they'll say anything to get an adult, because boys are bad. So, I think it's just a complete load of rubbish, and another, thing that people go out on the street and scream about, oh, you purple-haired. And what really amazes me more than anything is just stop oil. They're all screaming, just stop oil, and half the clothes they're wearing are made from oil products. Sick. Anyway, I think I've done more or less enough for this first video. If you enjoyed what I said, put a like. And if you don't enjoy what I say, do a thumbs down. And you can get in touch with me at any of these places. X at Best Before Tea. You can watch my live TV station, which is www.bestbeforetv.com. And the recordings that I've done now will go on one of the pages there. And contact which is all gone together there, at bestbeforetv@gmail.com. You can do that. I think I've done enough. I would like some more interaction, and the next time I come live, it will be with a specific subject. So, good luck to Donald Trump on the 20th. Hopefully all goes well, and I think the world will change. What can I say about our government? Well, I could go on for another hour, but I'm not going to. The English communist government you've got now, I won't even talk. They're not even Labour. They're not Labour. Champagne Labour people. You know, what can one say? Except I'm glad I don't live in England anymore, because I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand what's going on there. So, like I said, get in touch with me in any of those ways. I'm going to go and put my head in the sand for a little while, and then come up to the surface. And the next time I come on, it'll be with some specific project or topic in mind. But just this one's, all I've done with this one is broke the ice and told you a lot about the things that are bothering the old git, i.e. that's me. So until the next time, everybody, I'd like you to all stay safe, keep smiling, and until next time, well, it's sayonara. I'll see you soon. Take care now.